Oh, may God's name be praised. Today, I think I'm in my Allah Akbar heart. I thank God for His mercies and His grace. Today, I have a question. To just one single question for my brethren, my brothers, my friends, the Muslims. The question is, if Allah makes a roll call, which Muslim would He call first? If Allah decides to call a roll of all His creation, which of the Muslims will He call first? I know most of you be saying, oh, you call Allah. Some of you be saying you call Adam. No problem. No problem. But in this our study, in this our lesson, I want us to get exactly who Allah will call when the Muslim come before Him. The word Muslim, the Muslims will tell us, it means followers of the religion of peace, or followers of Allah, or followers of those who submit to Allah. And they tell us the word Islam means submission, it means obedience, it means peace. So the followers of Islam, they call themselves Muslims. Let me say it again. The Muslims define Islam as submitting, obedience, and peace. And they say the word Muslim means followers of the religion of those who are submitting to Allah. And they went further to say that Adam is the first Muslim. The day I heard that they said Islam was the first Muslim, frankly, I was very, very surprised. But I was when you read the Koran. Let me turn to the Koran. Koran chapter 6, verse 163. Koran 6, 163 says that no partner as He, and this I have been commanded, I am the first of the Muslims. Let me read again. Surah 6, 163. No partner has He, in reference to Muhammad, and this I have been commanded, that I am the first of the Muslims. Muhammad is saying in the Quran that he's the first of the Muslims. Despite this clear verse in the Quran, the Muslims further go on to tell us that it is Adam who is the first who is the first Muslim. And I asked them a further question: if Adam is the first creation, are they contradicting Surah chapter 6 verse 163? One of them explained to me that Surah chapter 6 163 simply means that Muhammad is the first Muslim in his generation, and Adam is the first human being, the first Muslim, or the first human being who was a Muslim. If that is the question, if that is what they are saying, and my question arises, the question that arises, when Allah, who is the God of the Muslims, when this Allah lines up all His creation, who will be the first Muslim? The reason being, Allah did not form or did not create Adam or Muhammad first. I was speaking to a Muslim, and the Muslim told me that yes, the trees, the planets, and so on have never done anything wrong to Allah. They have actually been submitting to Allah daily. So I said, okay, if they have been submitting to Allah daily, the trees, the hippopotamus, the chimpanzees, the akpanga, the aputumpata, the bats, the dogs, the pigs, if they have all been submitting to Allah, then they are all, the cats, the pigs, then they are all Muslims. He hesitated a bit, then he said, oh, okay, yes, it's true, because if Muslim means followers of Islam, people who submit to Allah. And then it means that the bats, the cockroaches, the frogs, the snakes, they've all been submitting to Allah since He created them. So then they become Muslims. Now, the first question again: if the planets Jupiter, Uranus, Mercury, the trees, the birds, the frogs, the akutumpata, the chimpanzees, if all these creatures have not sinned before, or they keep on submitting to Allah, or they are now Muslims, or they become Muslims, or they are Muslims, they are Muslims, then when Allah calls a roll of His creation, Muhammad would not even be in the first 1 million. Yes, Muhammad will not be in the first 1 million. The reason being that Muhammad is not part of the first creation of God. So Muhammad is not the first Muslim. Because the Bible says, and I believe the Koran is saying that God first created things in the heavens before He created even man. The Bible says in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 in the Hebrew, bara Bereshit bara Elohim, Bereshit bara Elohim Shamahim Yiret wa Tohu wa Bohu. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was without form. So God, according to the Bible, created the heavens and the earth. The planets He created before He even created man on the 6th day. So let's take man to be a sinner, but the other creation of God never sinned, so they are Muslims. So when Allah lines up all the creation, all the Muslims, He will start mentioning the planets, the sun, the moon, Pluto, and so on. Before you come to the trees, we have more than 1 million trees and fish in the sea and so on. He will mention all of them. Before you come to Adam, the first woman, before you mention Muhammad. By the time God will mention the name of Muhammad, I believe the trees, I believe the pigs, the cats, and the dogs, they will have gone to sleep. They will have been snoring in their rooms. So I want Muslims to understand that when Allah, the God of Muslims, gather or call a roll of every Muslim, Muhammad's name will not be mentioned in the first 1 million, because they agree that the bats, the pigs, the frogs, the crocodile, as somebody will see, the crocodile, the frogs, everything you can think of, the chimpanzee, the camel, they have not sinned against Allah, so they are all Muslims. So Allah will mention them first. So I want Muslims to take this as they go home, that the first Muslim is not Muhammad, and the first Muslim is not Adam. The first Muslim are the trees, the planets, Jupiter, elephants, amoeba, spirogyra, everything living on earth who has not sinned before, who is bowing to Allah, is a Muslim. So Muhammad is not the first Muslim. God bless us all. Lord, I thank You for this time. I give You the glory. Speak to the hearts of men. Speak to the hearts of my Muslim friends in the name of Jesus Christ. And I will rebuke any works of the devil against their life. Jesus, speak to them in their dreams. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. God bless you.